I'm Bambi Francisco with Vader News, and I'm speaking with Chris Shipley. She's executive producer of Demo, and over the last 13 years, Chris has been responsible for bringing to market more than 1,500 products and companies such as TiVo, Salesforce.com, WebEx. I'm really excited to have Chris Shipley in the studio joining me. Chris, thank you.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
The first question, Chris, I have to ask you is, what do you think about when you see an article about you that says the woman with the Midas touch?
You know, I think that places the emphasis on the wrong party. You know, I have been privileged to work with a lot of great startups to, I hope, give them some lift to their own flight and to help them a little, be successful. But those companies do that themselves. You know, I might have some informed instinct, a good judgment about companies that are more likely to be successful, but they're the ones that turn themselves into gold, not me.
They turn themselves into gold, but you've actually been the one choosing the first few that actually get there and really have the opportunity to be in the spotlight. Over the years, you've had to choose from 2,000 companies every year and find the top 60 or so.
So for Demo, we look, my company, Guidewire Group, spends its time talking to startups, much like you do. We have a lot in common there. And our goal for the Demo event is to, twice a year, find the number of companies that are really out there doing something different. They're really change makers in the marketplace. They're going to have an impact, be disruptive, bring new capabilities to market. That's what we're looking for, and so we do a lot of sorting to identify those that we think really have a chance to make an impact in the marketplace.
When this interview airs, the Demo conference will be underway in Palm Springs. Tell us a little bit about the companies that you chose. Some highlight. It's hard because they're all your children, I know, but but you can talk a little bit about some of the trends or some of the maybe perhaps sectors that you're seeing.
Yeah, well, certainly we're hosting Demo 09 in the middle of obviously a troubling economic environment, and it's difficult for startups. It's difficult for every company, and so Demo will be an event this year that I think is very much informed by that. In past events, we've had 60 or 70 companies. There'll be 40 companies at this event, but they're 40 really good companies who are coming to market with a range of technologies, from core technologies and enterprise applications through to consumer-facing websites and devices. And I think what it unifies them all is that they're really about solving real problems with real business models behind them. We've gone are the days of let's go get thousands of users and then figure out a business model. These companies are bringing products to market, really understanding how they're going to build a business with them.
So they're a little bit more mature than the companies that you've seen.
So yeah, I think that we were seeing more maturity because the rush to market has faded a bit. But I think also recognizing that the era of we'll figure out a business model later, it didn't work then, it really doesn't work now, and so let's figure out how these pieces, at least let's put a stake in the ground for how we're going to drive revenue from this new innovation that we're taking to market.
Now, when I think of Demo, I think of it as the gold standard of conferences for emerging startups. Over the past year, there's been a new conference emerging. It's been around for a couple of years, I guess, the TechCrunch 50, and they've had some words, lots of press covering.
What's that event? I haven't heard.
It's called CT 50 or 30 or something. No, TechCrunch 50. So basically, I bring them up because they really are going head to head. They want to. They've made it known that they want to go to head to head. That Demo is dead, and they're the new way. What do you say to, or what's your response to their I don't know, vocal jabs at
I think if any entrepreneur, any product manager, any executive, you got to know what you're doing. You got to be confident in your product. You've got to be listening to your customers, and you've got to be responsive to that. And there will always be competitors who sort of come into the marketplace. It's not the first time there have been competitors to Demo. It's not the first time that someone's mispositioned Demo. We have to be really confident about what we're doing, the value we're delivering to entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs continue to come back to demo. They find it a launch pad that really delivers value to them as they take their products to market. Fundamentally, I think we're a different event from TechCrunch. We are about companies who are mature enough to take their products to market and to meet their customers and to service those customers. And we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to offer a platform and a service to a set of entrepreneurs, and we always strive to deliver more value than we ever charge them. And we'll keep at that. We'll keep listening to them and hopefully keep improving.
What do you think the perception is of demo versus TechCrunch 50? How do you think entrepreneurs should? I know you were sort of talking about the distinction there, but what do you think that is?
Yeah, I think there's a role for an event like TechCrunch to showcase entrepreneurs. I mean, listen, there are how many thousands of companies coming into the market every year? There should be more platforms, right? I encourage those kind of platforms. If they're lining up behind entrepreneurs and supporting entrepreneurs and delivering value to entrepreneurs, God bless them. I hope they do a great job with that. That doesn't mean that it has to be a zero-sum game. I think there are lots of ways to serve entrepreneurs. Demo is one way. That's another way. There are dozens of other ways. Vader TV is another way. Let's all get behind helping entrepreneurs be successful, because if they are successful, our entire ecosystem improves, is more successful, is more valuable.
We're not in the conference business, though, Vader. We'll just stick with video. So Jason Calcanis has, in some of his blog, or has mentioned, he's offered you a job for some reason. He's offered that you go work for TC50.
I have a job I love. I don't need to work anywhere else. And he propagated a rumor that I would be leaving demo. He actually propagated that rumor before I even made a decision to do that. The fact is that at the end of this year, I'll be stepping down. We've got a great person in Matt Marshall to whom I'm passing the torch. I'm really excited about the combination of demo and VentureBeat and Matt's guidance. I think that's going to be terrific. I'm not leaving demo so much as I'm going to the opportunity we've identified with Guidewire Group to be able to really get close with entrepreneurs, to work with them at key transition points in their business. When it really matters what they choose, it really matters where they go. And so our role at Guidewire is to help them validate those choices, identify strategies, really put their assumptions to the test, and help them make better decisions so that they can thrive.
Okay, I want to talk a lot more about Guidewire, because that's really what we're going to focus on, or you're going to focus on going forward. But just one last question about demo: $18,500 to $18,500 for a person, for a startup to basically present. Is that the going rate? And do you think that can last over the, is that the way it's going to be, that you have to pay to present?
Well, I think demo offers a range of services for that price, right? It is services in launching the product, in a number of people coming to the event, bringing together an amazingly well-done production to highlight those companies, lots of other services that go on before, during, and after. That, we believe, is a fair value. If the marketplace says otherwise, obviously those are the kind of business decisions that we will continue to take and consider very carefully. I also think there are lots of other ways to serve entrepreneurs, and one of the real exciting parts of this blend of demo and VentureBeat is that we now get to explore some of those things. So, a price point may be a reach for some companies. It may be a filter that says these are companies that aren't ready to go out to the broad market. It may not be the right service or set of platforms for a company. I trust entrepreneurs to be smart enough to figure out how they're going to spend their money and where they're going to get value. And those who have chosen demo, I think, have gotten a lot of value from that investment. But if there are other ways and other business models and other pricing models, that's a great, wide open opportunity, and demo will continue to explore those things.
I do agree that a price point definitely sets a filter. And so I think that if it is worth it for you, if you are a company, you're looking at mature companies, if you're there, then you could perhaps afford that. Let's talk about Guidewire.